Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Sonoff Mini D. Yeah, marketing didn't consult them about that name. Matter Wi-Fi dry contact relay. This is an exciting addition to Sonoff's lineup for a few reasons, so let's get into why. Alright, this is it. The Mini D dry contact Matter enabled smart relay. Now this is a pretty exciting product for a few reasons, namely because it's one of the few Matter supported dry contact relays out of the box on the market right now. I think technically there's one from Akara, but even then that pairs with their bridge in order to support Matter. So the fact that this one is Wi-Fi enabled is a very welcome addition to the market. So interestingly, we have live and neutral terminals here. We have switch 1 and 2, which, judging by the way the Sonoffs usually work, will be wired straight into both lines going off to your switch. And then we have a DC plus and minus, which is interesting. And then we have no COM and NC. You know what, for once I think I'm actually going to have to consult the manual for how these things can be wired up. So let's go and do that and figure out how we're going to wire this thing up. Okay, having a quick consult of the manual down here seems straightforward enough. So it has two operating modes. Either way, these switched inputs in the middle will be wired in essentially a loop, and the switch will either make or break that loop to turn it on or off. Up here, we have the common and the output. So this is where you're going to pass in your common. This will be either your DC or your AC input, and then this will be your output, which I believe is what the O stands for here. So since it's a dry contact relay, whatever you want to supply voltage wise will come into the common and then will come out of the output when the switch is turned on. And then of course you can wire it to live mains and neutral here, or you can wire it up from DC voltages from 12 to 48 volts, which is super handy if you want to run this in lower voltage DC scenarios, like in a car or on a boat, as I've had one person recently interested in doing. So this is super handy. It allows you to run the device itself from live mains or from low voltage DC, and then you can put either live mains or low voltage DC into it and output that as well. So it's a really flexible device, and then you've got a nice switch input there in the middle. So let's get it wired up to some power and see how easy it is to get added into an ecosystem. Okay, now I have it wired into a UK plug now for testing. And as we can see here, the Wi-Fi indicator light has lit up, so I can go ahead and try and add it to an ecosystem. Let's start off with Apple Home. We've got the Matter pairing code here. So I'm going to go ahead and open the Home app, press Add Accessory, scan the code, and add it to my home. All in all, this took about 30 seconds, so I'm going to cut that waiting out and jump straight to adding it to my rooms. Here we go, so I'm going to add it to my study for now. Let it have the default name for the moment. And it can appear as a power socket for now. That is fine and done. All good. So now if I head into the study, scroll down to my devices, you can see here that I have the Sonoff Mini D Wi-Fi Smart Switch. And if I toggle it, I can hear the relay click inside. So there's that, working absolutely perfectly. So this is going to be a pretty short review today because unfortunately I don't have a use case for this device just yet, but I would like to summarize by saying this is a really welcome addition to the market of smart relays. I think it is the first one that I can think of that is Wi-Fi Matter supported straight out of the box, and a dry contact relay as well. So this is going to be a really useful and versatile tool for many people. So the only downside to this product really is that it's quite chunky. I'll put it next to the ZB Mini R2 for your comparison. As you can see, it's a good bit larger and a little bit thicker. But all in all, will still probably fit in a deeper back box or behind a light tucked up into the ceiling just fine. The fact that it's Matter straight out of the box and dry contact is a really exciting prospect, and I think it's going to be really valuable to a lot of people. So as always, if you'd like to buy one of these, the links will be available on my website very shortly. And remember that any purchases you make through the links on my website will earn me a small commission, but go towards supporting the channel and doing great content for you guys. So thank you very much if you are supporting the channel. And as always, remember, home is where the smart is.